Why does the human being have conflict? Why is there war? Why do people kill each other? There's such a short time on Earth.
Right.
Why?
That's a very deep question. Humans they live from what I call the ego. The ego is a false sense of self. The ego has both a personal aspect, it's a mental image of who you are, created by mind activity, things you identify with. The ego is dysfunctional in many ways. It is even more dysfunctional in its collective aspect. When you get collective egos, which means nations or tribes or religions, the ego, in order to enhance its ultimately fictitious sense of identity, because just a mind-made identity, needs to emphasize the otherness of others. It needs its enemies in order to feel its own identity more strongly.
I have to be better than you.
Better than you, and you have to be other. I cannot recognize my oneness with you because that would detract from my sense of identity. And so nations do it to each other, political parties do each other, and then these are collective, you're trapped in a collective abstract sense of identity, and so you can no longer recognize the other as a human being. Once you've attached a mental label to the other, you have basically dehumanized the other, and then very unconscious people can then even inflict violence on others because by attaching mental labels, they have dehumanized the other. He or she is such and such and such and such. We need to go beyond the ego, which is produced by unconscious identification with mind activity, to realize who we truly are beyond the fictitious mind, the fictitious identity.